Another senseless situation. On May the 14th, 2025, a 68-year-old man by the name of Thomas Overall was mowing his lawn in his Cleveland neighborhood when he was suddenly shot and killed. The person who did it was 66-year-old his neighbor, Bryan Hurt, who then drove off and later took his own life. Police think that it was a murder-suicide. People in the neighborhood were shocked because Thomas was kind and well-liked. He was even getting ready to go on a hiking trip to Spain. As for Bryan Hurt, the shooter, neighbors said that he had a bad reputation for being mean and starting problems. Some even called him a bully who caused problems for years. They had been complaining about him before, and people were scared of what he might do, but no one thought he would do something this awful. Let's run this clip.
We continue to follow breaking news now at 3. A deadly shooting in Cleveland's West Park neighborhood. A man reportedly shot and killed mowing his lawn. Our Colton Molesky live at the scene at Munn and Doris. What can you tell us, Colton?
Nicole, as you can see behind me, we're right on the tape right here, and they have the road blocked off behind me. I'm going to get out of the way here so you can take a look. Look at all of the squad cars. Now, we've been here for only about 30 minutes or so, but it has been nonstop activity as you have investigators. You have the Cleveland Police crime scene van right there, that big white van. You have all sorts of officers. It looks like maybe some detectives here. You see some gentlemen in more dress clothes, so I believe those might be detectives walking all over the scene. Now, we did talk with neighbors, and it looks like this happened at this house with the bricks and the white second floor here. And we've had a couple of people go into the house next door, that house with the white second floor and the gray stones right there. So there's been officers walking people up to homes. There's been officers walking around to the other side of these vans, and there's a huge amount of officers on the other side of this crime scene van right here. And on the other side of the tape, you've seen all sorts of neighbors, tons and tons of neighbors lining the streets and sidewalks here. A lot of people holding Kleenexes, wiping their eyes, crying, very upset. And we talked with one neighbor who was clearly shaken by this incident.
Russell, you live in the neighborhood
I do.
here?
I live on Carmen Avenue, one street over.
And I could see you're very upset.
Yeah, he's my friend. He should be gone.
You've heard unfortunate news from other neighbors.
Yes.
Can you tell me what they described?
It just said that apparently he was out cutting the grass. They must have had some words, and he'd been shot.
He had words with what is presumed
to be the person that did it, yes.
And do you know of any reason given?
No, just other than, he's had issues with this guy before.
As far as you know, you're describing someone that would be known to the victim and to the neighbors.
Yes.
The person that ran off. Again, I'm so sorry that this is the news you're dealing with. Obviously, it's a beautiful neighborhood. He's out just taking care of his lawn.
Right.
Yeah. But you understand, right?
This is my wife. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry. I don't want to put you through the ringer by asking you too much more, but is there anything else you'd like to add about him or what you know?
Just he was a great guy. He should be gone.
New developments now on a breaking news story we first told you about yesterday. Police now identifying a man who was shot and killed by his neighbor in West Park. He was 68-year-old Thomas Overall. First at 4, Brittany Weir live outside the home where a memorial, Brittany, is continuing to grow for the victim.
Brian, yes, a cross and flowers lay in the spot where sadly 68-year-old Thomas Overall was shot and killed here on Munn Road yesterday afternoon while just simply mowing his lawn. Police say that he was killed by his neighbor, that is 66-year-old Bryan Hurt. And now, like I said, you're seeing those flowers and the memorial. Neighbors still in shock, but they were willing to tell us that Thomas was an avid hiker. He loved being outside, and he was actually a part of the Cleveland Hiking Club, and he was supposed to go to Spain tomorrow for a 2-week hike.
Wow. He was a great guy. He should be gone. He's a great neighbor.
This was the scene Wednesday afternoon on the corner of Munn and Doris Road. The neighborhood filled with police, crime scene tape, and neighbors in shock.
When I found out it was a homicide, this is surreal.
24 hours later, all that is left is a cross, an angel, and flowers for 68-year-old Thomas Overall. Cleveland police say Thomas was shot and killed while mowing his lawn by his next-door neighbor, Bryan Hurt.
This hits. It's too bad. It really is just a shame that somebody could go on as he did and take out somebody so nice and so wonderful.
Hurt then drove to Rocky River Reservation, and when police arrived, they found he had shot and killed himself inside of his car, leaving neighbors in disbelief that Thomas is gone.
He was a genuinely caring, giving person, a person of great integrity.
19 News learned that Thomas was a part of the Cleveland Hiking Club. The club shared that he was supposed to start a special 2-week hike with the club in Spain on Friday.
All he ever wanted to do is take care of his house, cut his grass, and go for walks, bike ride.
We also learned that he worked various events at Rocket Arena.
I'm grieving his loss, and I'm going to miss him terribly.
Just a really good guy.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.